Neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours.
G'day, I'm Jamie Edwards, and for 30 years I've been a little bit obsessed with a certain Australian cul-de-sac in the residential suburb of Erinsborough. So I've come back to my old street to go and relive some memories. Here, look, I find it's not dissimilar. Let's just hope there's someone home. Well, thankfully, there was, and I was straight up to my mum and dad's loft to find some of the memorabilia that I've been storing up there for nearly 3 decades. Well, there you go, I've been up the attic. I found 1 or 2 little bits just here. I mean, look, we've got the official Neighbours magazine. I love that. I even had all the cards and stuff that I ordered from there. We got videos. There's all the cards, there's the scrapbook, the sticker album, every sticker, obviously. This is my mum, by the way. Hi, Mum. 30 years worth of memorabilia here. I was a little bit of a fan back then, wasn't I?
Just ever so slightly. Every penny of your pocket money went on anything that had Kylie in it.
Yeah, I used to go up to our little corner shop, and if there was a magazine and it had a picture of someone from Neighbours on, I would always go and buy it. I mean, I've got a lot of the cuttings down here. I was a bit of a fan of the music as well, wasn't I? You said Kylie then.
Oh, definitely.
Do you remember when I tried to go meet Kylie at the Radio Road show?
Oh yes, and you blagged your way into a local hotel pretending you were a reporter from the local paper, and you ended up in the limousine taking all the stars over the Barry Islands.
I took with me my Kylie Minogue videos, which she signed, and that's been a treasured possession of mine, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's been in Cotton Wool.
Yeah, okay, it's safe to say I'm a bit of a superfan, but I'm not alone. Over 20 million people tuned in to watch the wedding of the year in 1988 between Scott and my first true love, Charlene. Well, Neighbours has been one of Australia's biggest exports and is still so loved in the UK that London was the destination the show's makers picked to host a very special 30th anniversary party. And yes, I managed to blag my way into this one too. Yay.
Mark Little, Joe Mangle, welcome.
Good day, mate. Thanks for having me.
Listen,
30 years, can you believe it?
it's incredible, isn't it?
Amazing. Yeah. And you're still calling me Joe Mangle?
Well,
One of the great names of Australian literature.
Surely everybody in the street still refers to you as Joe.
Yeah, it is my nickname now. It's my British nickname. What can I say?
And you live in Britain now?
I have, yeah, since '92. I've lived over here.
Down in Brighton, isn't it?
Used to live in Brighton. I'm a Londoner now. Yeah, I'm chasing the work. You know what it's like.
So listen, when you were in it, did you think it was going to last for 30 years?
Mate, when we were in it, I didn't think anyone was going to watch it. But the late 80s, it was still an Australian show. It hadn't really kicked off in the UK. So when I joined the show, it was just a quiet little job. Like I was going to fill in, I was going to do it for 3 months. Turned into 3 years. So I thought, well, it's okay. No one's watching it. And it turned into this thing. And the fact that it's gone for 30 years, it's a testament to British eccentricity. Because it's due to you guys that it's been going for that long. You've fallen in love with it. When you fall in love with something, you really fall in love with something.
There's been some huge stars in that show.
Hasn't there?
But you got to work with the biggest.
And who are you talking about? Bouncer the dog? The best actor, isn't it? Yeah, 2 little blokes in that dog, dressed up. They worked hard, those little fellas. No, Bouncer. What an actor.
30 years is a long time for any show to be going. Why do you think it's been so successful?
I don't know the answer to that. Can you tell me? Because then we can both retire.
I reckon I can tell you.
Okay, go on.
I think, certainly in the UK, I think it's down to the fact that it's an Australian escapism.
Yeah.
And the characters fluctuate between drama and comedy and the light-hearted side.
That's what I say. See, in my opinion, you've hit it on the nail, because everybody always says, oh, it's the beaches and the cricket games and the sunshine and the brightness and all that. And all of that, I think, definitely contributing factors. But I think, as far as the actual nailing it, it's the roller coaster of entertainment, if you like, and the journey that roller coaster goes on every single episode. I mean, sure, there are episodes which are, possibly dramatic quite the way through, but most of the episodes, it'll take you high, and then it'll take you low, and then high again, and then low. And that doesn't necessarily mean drama and comedy, but just drama and then lightness. Yeah.
Loads of really big names have come out of the show. Have you stayed in touch with a lot of the guys?
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. And people always say the obvious question is, do you keep in touch with Carly? So the answer to that is no. But when we see, if Carly and I bump into each other, which does happen, it's like, hey, how you doing? And same with Jace. But I probably regularly keep in touch with Fiona. I keep in touch with Alan, who's obviously doing okay over in Hollywood. Gets the odd job. Guy, very close friends with Guy. Margot, sorry, you know her as Margot Robbie. And Ashley more recently, who's just gone over to. She hasn't actually gone to Hollywood. She's gone the other side. But yeah. Isn't New York?
New York.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Obviously, there's been loads of great characters in the show as well. If you hadn't been Paul, is there anyone that you would have liked to have played?
Oh, most definitely Bouncer. I love a furry suit, particularly in winter.
Mark Little says that there were two little guys in that, so that you had two chances to be Bouncer.
I would have been the arse end, let's face it.
I didn't anticipate 30 years. I don't think any of us did.
You were playing Madge for how many years?
7, and then I had a break for 5, and then I did another 4. So 11 all told.
And what's it like on set? Is it a really sort of good family feeling?
Yes, there was. There was a lot of camaraderie, a lot of mutual support, which was necessary because we were all working really hard. And it was a lovely family feeling. It was great.
When you joined the show, did you know it was the successful show that it is?
Yeah. I watched it when I was younger, so I knew that it was a long-running program. When I first started, I think maybe the role being Kylie and Jason's son was kind of overshadowing where they were in their timeline. And so once I started, then the 30th stuff started to roll around. It was like, sweet, double whammy.
A lot of the guys say it's quite fun working with the animals. You've not really had an animal to work with yet. Are you looking forward to that?
I had a bit of stuff to do with Bouncer 2 that comes in.
There's a Bouncer 2?
Oh my god, spoiler alert. What have I done? So B2 comes in and had a couple of scenes with it, and it is the most adorable Labrador. So that was fun.
How'd it get on with Bossy?
Oh, I don't know if they met. They might have met. I'm not sure. I wasn't there for that. But it wasn't as well trained as Bossy. So apparently a bit of a nightmare to work with.
Over the years, there have been some incredible characters. If you weren't Daniel, is there anyone that you would have liked to have played?
I often think I wouldn't mind playing Paul Robinson, and so what I'm trying to do is steer Daniel down that path as much as I can, because he's resident bad boy, but also very endearing. So what a fun job to play.
Do you think it helped that Holly had obviously been on the show beforehand? Did she give you any tips?
When I got the role, she gave me tips of, I guess, how you, because it's quite a daunting job to just be thrown into. Really good. I'd never done anything like it before. and I was thrown in front of cameras and a crew and, you know, things that I'd never done. I'd never read a script in my life, and she helped me in that way. So she just made it very clear that I had to do my homework and do a lot outside of work, and I thank her for that, because now I feel quite professional in what I do. Like, I go home after a 12-hour day and I learn my lines, and I make sure the next day I come, I'm prepared for the cast and the crew, and that's what she always said, is make sure you know your stuff, don't waste anyone's time.
It's a show about life, it's a show about community and characters within that community. So it's a never-ending story. So in that aspect, it can go on for as long as people want to produce it. Whether I want to stay with it for another 30 years, I don't know. You know, can you see Paul with a Zimmer frame? I've got no idea.
Well, yeah, it'd have an extra leg, wouldn't it? Exactly. If you hadn't been Joe, is there another character you would have loved to have been? Well,
actually, I was asked to be Des in the early days. I was nearly in this show from the very beginning, but I said no to Des.
I mean, I know Neighbours. I didn't know that.
No, but I said no to Des. I'm going to go out and do some art. But then the Australian film industry fell down, and I needed a job, and they had this other job called Joe, and I went, all right, I'll be Joe. But yeah, I was nearly Des. I could have been Des.
That's incredible. I'm amazed.
Yeah, well, good. There you are. A bit of an exclusive for you.
Thank you very much. And just to wish everybody at Neighbours a happy 30th.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, good on you. And good on you, Britain. You know a good thing when you see it.
What do you think? Could we be in Neighbours together?
What do you reckon?
You know, I could be your new Brennan. Maybe. You just never, ever see me in the swimming pool. Olympia, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so lovely meeting you.
All together now, come on.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding.
Yeah, okay. We should probably leave the singing to Kylie. Happy birthday, Neighbours. Here's to another 30 years when hopefully those famous opening titles might just include a certain Welshman hitting a cricket ball.